So that's why I was like confused. I was like, what cousin? you know? Hey, so finally, yes, I know. I finally decided to sit down with you guys and share the story of the time when I got embarrassed. Trust me and believe me that this won't be the first, second, or last. Okay? When I hear the first episode of the first time I mean not the first time, but the few times that I got embarrassed. Keep on watching. Okay, so it started when I was in high school. I remember this because I was just gonna start my spring break, and my uncles that lives here in Oregon, they were talking about going down to San Francisco, California, because my uncle from California was diagnosed with cancer. I'm not sure exactly what cancer, but I was sure that he was not gonna make it. That was the doctor was sure that he was not gonna make it. So our family was like, okay, then we're gonna go down there and support. So that's exactly what we did. And my mom wasn't gonna take me because she was like, no, because you have school and I don't want you to miss school whatsoever. Like, so I was like, no, it's fine because next week I have spring break. She was like, oh, okay, perfect. This worked out perfectly because you can just come with me and go visit your uncle and you can go have fun a little bit. And I was like, okay, cool, yeah. So that was my mission. Like, I've always been an adventurer, so sometimes when I try, like, I will sneak out just to go and walk around. That's just how I am. And so I remember we went there. We visited my uncle and I went. Okay, keep in mind, San Francisco is like, correct me if I'm not right, okay? But San Francisco has hills. Like, I'm telling you, when I tell you San Francisco has hills, like, I remember my aunt lived like on the top of it, like the hill, and like, remember walking down was like nothing because I was walking to the mall. It took me like 10 minutes to get there. From the mall to my aunt, it took me an hour because it was going up. So I have to walk back up, In my mind, I'm like, oh, I only have one family member. Like, that's the only family members that I have. My aunt, my uncle, and my cousin, the child. That was it. Like, I didn't think I had another family member there. And I guess my mom was like, oh yeah, you seems like your cousin wants to see us. I'm like, cousin? Huh? Like, cousin? She's like, yeah, you have a cousin here. I'm like, from who? Did my uncle go and do something with other women? Okay. I was like, and my mom's like, no, it's from your dad's side. I was like, ah. Keep in mind, I am not aware of my dad's side so much as my mom's side. So that's why I was like confused. I was like, what cousin? And she was like, no, from your dad's side. I was like, oh, okay. So she was telling me that she goes by her nickname. If you tell me if I'm wrong or right, but everywhere I go, I feel like everyone has a nickname. Like, everywhere I go, like, my brother-in-law has a nickname, my mom has a nickname, my dad even has a nickname. So weird. I don't know. I just feel so weird. But anyway, And so my mom was telling me like, oh yeah, she goes by this name, but I don't know her real name. I was like, that's strange, you know? And then I remember like years prior, I had my Facebook account, and I received a message from a person that has the exact same name as my sister, exact same name, but a different picture. So I'm like, that's not my sister, you know? And like I said, everybody goes by nickname, so I don't know who she is. I don't know who, like, she was telling me, like, she was sending me these messages, like, oh, I finally found my uncle and aunt, and I was like, I don't know who you are. Like, I tried to ask my mom, like, hey, mom, do you know this person? Like, do you even know this person? And she was, no, I don't know. It's probably strange people, you know, behind the internet, you never know. And I was like, that's strange. Like, why people would contact like a 13, 14-year-old saying, oh yeah, I'm your cousin, you know? And she does look a little older. And so I was like thinking to myself, could that be? And I remember that. And I was like, oh, I think I probably know who you're talking about. Because remember I told you this person was messaging me, but like I said, I never pay attention to that person, so we lost in touch pretty much until I guess because my aunt like knows a lot of people, like she knows a lot of people. So she's like, oh yeah, she only lives like down three blocks or 2 blocks away. And I was like, so my cousin lives like 2 blocks away. And my mom's like, yeah, we should go visit her. I was like, okay, I'm down. So we go down there, like, we literally go down there. And we call her and like, hey, we're here. Like, it's like, oh, yeah, come in. Okay, it's just me, my mom, and my cousin, my little cousin. She was like 3 years old or 4 years old at that time. So I was like, oh, okay. So she wanted to come with us. I was like, okay, that's fine. So we go up there. And keep in mind, like, one thing about me, like, I will not use the person restroom if I don't know the person. You know, like, I don't know, just me or you guys, but I wouldn't go because I don't know the person and I just don't want to be sounded like, oh, I stole something or something like that, you know. I'm very careful about that. So I was like, okay. At that time, I didn't, just regular conversation. We go in and like her house, when I tell you, her house, like her area was packed. Was packed. Like she had like, I believe she had like 4 kids, 4 or 5. Everybody was divided in the living room, like literally. This is their bedroom, pretty much. One side, this one of her child's like bedroom, and then the other side is like another child, and then yeah, it was just full. Like I was like looking around, and I'm like, wow, how can you handle all this? And she was like, yeah, it's like I love my kids, and it is what it is. Like, and her husband was there. They were nice. We started talking and everything. They start talking. They start catching up. Like, it's been so long. Like, you know, all that, the good stuff. And then after that, and I was like, oh, my mom goes to the bathroom. And she's like, oh, I need to use the bathroom. And I was like, okay, that's fine. I'll just wait for you. And so she goes. She gets out. And I'm like, and she's like, oh, okay, we're just gonna head out because we need to go back to my sister's place. And like, my mom was basically explaining that she needs to go back to my aunt's house because we need to help her, especially with her husband. All of what she's going through, it's too much for her, right? And my cousin was really nice, and she was like, "Oh, no, it's okay. Like, just come back whenever you guys feel like. You guys are welcome to come back." And so she was nice about it. And I was like, "Okay, cool." And I was like, I needed to go to the bathroom so bad, so bad. Like, I'm not kidding you guys when I tell you guys I needed to go to the bathroom so bad. But then I was like, let me cool my bladder. I'm like, because we're leaving. Like, she basically saying that we're leaving. So like, okay. So I say bye to everybody. Like, I hug them. This is way before Corona, okay? So that's way before. So I was like, okay, so we're walking back to my aunt's house, and it's a hill, so it's like we're walking up the hill. I was asking my mom, like, since you went to the bathroom, are you sure you don't want to go back to the bathroom? I'm just asking to making sure. She was like, oh, no, I don't want to go to the bathroom. And I was like, oh, okay, cool. And I asked my little cousin, keep in mind, she was 3 or 4. And I asked her, I was like, hey, you need to go to the bathroom, like, when we get there. I hope you don't have to go to the bathroom. Like, I'm just hoping. And she's like, no, I don't need to go to the bathroom. She, like, made sure that I knew that she didn't need to go to the bathroom. I was like, okay, good, because when I get there, I'm gonna go. And she's like, okay, yeah, that's fine. So we get there. We get to the door, like, we get to the door, and we're knocking, and we're trying to get in. And once we got in, keep in mind the hall of my aunt's house, it was so narrow. It was like narrow. So basically only one person by one can like cross. You can't have too much people on the hallway because then you can't cross, you know? So I was walking towards where like the bathroom, because once you walk in, on your left side there's a bathroom. There's like 2 doors, but it's on the left side. So I was like kind of walking low-key fast, but low-key not. I'm not trying to run. I'm just walking, right? And I feel like right next to my side, I feel my cousin dash. Like, psh! I was like, and she closed the door. And this little girl went to the bathroom after I asked if she was gonna use the bathroom. So I was like, please hurry. Like, I could not hold it. Like, I'm telling you, I was getting to a point where I felt like I was gonna, right? And I'm just waiting there, waiting. And she didn't hurry up too. Like, she was just sitting there, and I was just like, oh my god, I'm gonna pee myself. Like I said, my mom was walking behind us, so she was like a little farther because she wasn't in the rush. And my aunt was on the other side because the kitchen was on the other side. Like, thinking to myself, I hope the little girl, like, hurries, you know? And all of a sudden, I'm like, I can't hold it. I can't. All my pants. All over my pants. And I just looked down like, no. I got so red. Like, I'm telling you, I got so red. So red that I looked on my side. Like, I looked at my side. My mom was there, and she was looking at me like, laughing and dying, right? Because she laughed so loud that my aunt heard it. My aunt runs, like, towards the hall, and she sees me on the other side. Like, my mom, like, literally looked at me, and then my aunt, like, like looking at me like, what happened? And I was just like, I needed to go to the bathroom so bad. And then my cousin saw me and she started laughing and she got off the toilet and like cleaned herself and everything. Meanwhile, I'm standing right there, all embarrassed. Don't know what to do. Like, this is not my house. This is my aunt's house. Like, really? So yeah, after that, like, I had to shower. I was like, no, I gotta shower. I had to clean this. Of course, I cleaned it. Like, I felt so bad. Like, honestly, like, I never felt so bad after doing that. Like, now looking back, it's like, it's funny. It was funny, but at that moment, I was so embarrassed. Like, I was just like, like a heart attack, like, you know? But that's how it went down, and I was like, oh my god. And I don't know, like, I don't know if they even remember, but my aunt and my mom was just two people. Well, my cousin was the three people that saw the incident that happened, and I'm so glad it did not happen in public. Ugh, that would have been so bad. Like, I would have been so bad. No. But yes. So yeah, I had to shower and make myself clean because I could not go like this. I cannot. And yeah, it was gross. So things do happen in public, and like, let me tell you that nobody's life is perfect. So there you have me. So there you guys have it, the video of me embarrassing myself in front of my mom, my aunt. So like it if you ever experienced this or had seen anyone done this, you know, we all have incidents, we all have accidents. It is what it is. Nobody's life is perfect. And so like this video, comment, subscribe, and share this video to anybody to hear my story, the time that I accidented myself. So until next time, bye.